Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 4th through 10, 2023. This is a reading for you if you are a Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, have a Gemini Ascendant, or some other significant Gemini placement in your chart. This reading may have information in it for you. Also, if you are watching this at a time other than the week of December 4th through 10, 2023, if you are drawn in by the title or some aspect of this, of the video that makes you feel that you need to be viewing this, then it is more than likely that there's a message in here for you, in spite of the time period. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me and for coming to view the reading that I've done. If you find that this reading resonates with you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please do give me a like and leave me a comment and let me know how we're doing, how to maybe clear up things here that may have been not particularly clear to me. The way that I do these readings, because they are general readings for the sign of Gemini and those different aspects, I end up interpreting each house in this reading a slight number of different ways, and not every way is going to resonate with you. So do let me know which ones, what has actually resonated with you, and do be aware that if one aspect of the house does not seem to be for you, then there probably is another one that is. Astrologically, there will be a new moon in Sagittarius coming up on the 12th, followed by Mercury retrograde on the 13th. Mercury is currently in Capricorn, and we are heading towards the winter solstice. So all of these influences right now, all of them collectively, while Sagittarius is a very expansive energy with that new moon, we do have to remember with Mercury retrograde that things are slowing down. If this is near the holidays, if you are doing shopping, especially if you're buying electronics of any kind for anyone, or you have packages to mail, try to do that before the 13th. We are still in pre-shadow period, so things can still be a little wonky at this time, but certainly between the 13th and the 1st of January. Christmas season every year tends to be plagued by Mercury retrograde to some degree, so just be aware of that, so that you have the least disruption-free holiday period for yourself. It also can affect travel as well, so if you are traveling during this time, please allow extra time for yourself. Okay, so the way I do these readings is I use the Way of Cartouche, which is a Egyptian system, Egyptian images, very powerful system that I've been using for years and years, and I clarify them with tarot cards, and this week I'm using the Tarot of the Spirit deck. And just as a little bonus, which I've forgotten to do in a couple of readings, but I'm basically throwing in the Essential Oil Oracle as well. I have a card pulled for that. I've pulled cards in advance just to save time. And we're going to be doing this by astrological house, beginning with Aries and ending with Pisces. And the signs are not, it's irrelevant. The signs are really irrelevant. It's really more the meanings of the houses as connected with those signs. Just as there are 12 zodiac signs, there are 12 houses of astrology. So if this is new to you, as you're going to see as we go through, each house has a particular set of attributes or characteristics, and we're going to be translating the cards that appear there in terms of those characteristics. So, to begin, we're going to start with Aries energy, and this is about you, how you project yourself, what you want people to see, what you want people to know about you. And we have the Ankh with the Six of Earth. Let's see if I can get these right. Okay, so Six of Earth this is called the card of beauty here, but this is generally a card of focusing your attention on someone or some particular thing, or having your energy being split between a couple of different things. With the Ankh, we have this sense that I feel like there's a need to focus more on yourself and what you want. I feel like with this Six of Earth, you may be focusing too much on the needs of other people. And I think you're at a time period where you need to think about your needs before you are offering to others. That you need to think about yourself. I know that typically we will say, oh, well, it's very selfish to do that, but it's not, because if you can't nourish yourself, then you can't give to others. So I feel like this is a time when you don't want to be burdened by the expectations of others. I would say that's the way I would interpret that. Second house, we have Taurus energy. And forgive me if this looks like it's slowing down. I'm using a different video software, and I feel like it slows down in the beginning and then speeds up. So hopefully my voice is not weird on this too. So I will check all of that. This is Taurus energy, so this has to do with your finances. It's Venus energy, and this has to do with what you, this Taurus energy is, what you value, what your possessions are, and your money. And we have the twins with the Four of Water or Four of Cups, okay? Now, the twins generally indicate somebody else being involved in your finances. You could be receiving support. That could also be why you have the Six of Earth here in the first house. It could be somebody is supporting you rather than the other way around. But this could be you supporting someone else as well. But this definitely seems to be something of a joint financial arrangement or your finances tied up with somebody else. Four of Water, this is a card usually of dissatisfaction. So I feel like that you may be... I don't know. I feel like this may mean that you do have some financial support and you may only be looking at what you're lacking rather than what you actually have. So I feel like there's a need to refocus on where your opportunities are instead of where the lack is here when it comes to money. And it does seem like there is either somebody else involved or somebody else who might help or with a financial situation. Third house is Gemini energy. This is your energy. And this is about technology. It's about... Oh, wow, it's funny. That's the first one that came up. Communication, really. Messages are the main thing of this house. Self-effort, so businesses, if you're in business for yourself, and also potentially with siblings, so brother and sisters and, people in your community, all associated with this third house, which is about communication that's more on a practical or superficial level rather than a deep level. And we have the Hanged Man with the Earth card. So, yeah, I feel like there's... Okay, well, when Earth shows up, I always feel like this is an omen having to do with money or finances or some material aspect of things, okay? So maybe you were waiting for news about money. Hangman might indicate, that things are this is being in a state of suspension, okay? This is a person who's hanging upside down. So, yeah, you may be waiting for news about opportunities. If you have your own business, maybe there's some monies you're waiting for or communications about perhaps a job or something. But with Hangman here, again, this goes back to what I said about the second house. Hangman indicates needing to take a different perspective on things. This person is hanging upside down. So it's almost like being told, stand on your head and look at it from a different point of view. So again, I feel like there's more security, there's more to be had here than maybe you're seeing. And you may be looking more to the future towards what may be coming, but you also want to evaluate what you have now or just evaluate the bigger picture. For some reason, the bigger picture is important here. But there does seem to be a period of waiting in which something has to change or be given up. Fourth house is Cancer energy. This has to do with home, the family, your home environment. And you have, you have Bastet with the Seven of Wind, which is the Seven of Swords, many tongues. Okay, so this suggests to me that somebody, again, this is the area of your home, your family, so there's somebody who's not telling you something, okay? This card often comes up when either somebody could be, at worst, it's about a card of sabotaging a situation. At best, it's a card of somebody who's trying to be diplomatic or maybe not saying something, keeping something to themselves. Or sometimes you have a person who's burdened with something and they say, I don't want to share this with other people, so I'm keeping it to myself. But Bast is definitely a happiness card, and it has to do with socializing. So there could be either socializing or, parties or something going on in your home, or there could be social things with family. But I don't know. There's something connected to this, possibly to the mother for some people. There's just something that's not being told here. So Bast is also about following your intuition. So if you have the feeling that something might be off, or that you're not getting the full story, it's quite possible that that's the case. Fifth house is Leo energy, and Leo has to do with creativity, children, and love affairs. This is what I mean when I say not all of those things are going to apply to you necessarily. Okay, so we have the Six of Wind with Isis. Okay, Six of Wind, they're calling this the card of clarity. Yeah, this is usually the Six of Swords, so this is about traveling away from stress or difficulties. It can literally mean a journey somewhere. It's clarity in the sense of seeing things for what they are rather than what you want them to be. And in this house of creativity, along with Isis, I feel like I don't know. I feel like you're getting clear on a situation. Either, like I said, either an ongoing project, you may be starting to get some clarity on how to move forward. This again, if this could have to do with a love affair or a child, if that applies, so maybe clarity on a relationship or a situation with a child. And again, we have Isis here. So Isis has it's this idea of being patient. It's this idea of nurturing something. So I don't know, whatever it is that you're working on. I mean, I feel like there is a need to get clear about something to see what's real and what's not. But there also may be a need to persevere with something very, very patiently, and also to use a certain amount of compassion. So if there's a situation where you feel like somebody, I don't know, whether you're impatient with somebody or somebody's not giving you your due or not, again, we're seeing this whole thing of maybe not getting answers. This may indicate a need to think about that. That person may be going through something that maybe you don't know about. Again, there's this, I don't know. This definitely has to do with family or children for some people at least. And, but there's definitely this sense here of, being patient in terms of moving forward. Whether this has to do with this situation down here or not, I think you need to take stock of where you're going and what exactly it is you're trying to achieve with a particular project or situation or within a relationship. Okay, 6th house is Virgo energy. This has to do with your health, with anything you're worried or anxious about, potentially with a job, and also potentially with pets, domestic animals. Now we've got Crook and Flail with the 2 of Earth. Okay, so this can indicate that there's a lot of stuff going on. Maybe you're keeping a lot of plates spinning, or you have to decide between 2 things. 2 of Earth is, they're calling this the cause and effect card, but I feel like this has more to do with when we need to multitask, when we need to do multiple things at one time. And there seems to be a sense of needing to decide what our priorities are, what we're going to be doing. And with the Crook and Flail, there's this sense of learning the truth, of getting clear on something. For some people, this could indicate a legal issue. If you are in a job, this could indicate potentially a job promotion. But there's definitely the sense of sort of needing to get confident and needing to go with the flow and make some kind of decisions here. If this is a health reading, then generally when I see this card here, it means that there may be a need for some self-discipline. Maybe you're starting a diet or exercise regime or a meditation regime or something like that, where it's saying, it will benefit you to stick to your self-discipline here. And if you're dealing with a situation that you're worried about, or maybe you're in doubt as to whether or not you're doing the right thing or your thoughts about something are right, this generally shows up when it's saying, no, you are in the right. Like you're not doing anything wrong and you're in the right on a situation. So take it as it resonates. But 2 of Earth, I see this as a card of, trying to do many things. Some of you might be working multiple jobs or, have multiple sources of income or something. And I feel like there's some juggling that's going on here. Perhaps that's going to require some self-discipline. But, and then, like I said, there may be promotions in some places. But generally speaking, you want to go with the flow. And if you feel like things are too much, then you may need to make some decisions. Okay. 7th house. This is the house of relationships, Libra energy. This is serious relationships, so marriages, legal relationships. I shouldn't say serious or not serious, committed. A business partnership that may be part of a legal thing. Sometimes it also has to do with legal matters because, like I said, Libra is the justice scales, so that sometimes applies, although 9th house tends to be concerned more with courts and legal proceedings if that's a thing for you. Okay, so we have Horus with the 2 of Water. So for somebody, very specific message for somebody, Horus is the card of Leo energy. So it could well be that, maybe there's a new relationship with somebody, maybe somebody who's a Leo or a Sag, or somebody who's just very, very outgoing. Definitely for some people, if you're having a question of whether a relationship is going to become more serious, 2 of Water certainly seems to be an indication that it would be going in that direction. But this is definitely a focus on relationship, and Horus could also be focused on relationship in the context of healing yourself, in context of the family, or just of being creatively inspired, because Horus has to do with all of those things. So take it as it resonates. If you're already married or you're not in a situation where that seems like a partnership situation would apply, this may be telling you that, your healing or your creativity may be enhanced by partnering with somebody else. Okay. 8th house, this is Scorpio energy, and this is the house of transformation and other people's money. Oh, it's interesting. You've got Hathor with temperance. Yeah, so definitely a sense of needing to get in balance to find peace. I mean, I feel like that with the 6 of wind down here as well. And with Hathor, to me, this is about getting yourself organized, getting things together. Hathor is a very strongly feminine card in a very traditional sense. So I feel like this may have to do with, domestic matters potentially, but it can also have to do with a woman who is very much, in her own career and getting herself together and getting organized. There's definitely a sense of like getting it together with this card. And there's also strong Empress energy, so it's a matter of meeting opportunities when they come. And with temperance, yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of material lately where perhaps you need to integrate, experiences that may be paradoxical or ones that may be difficult. And there's this need to find balance and peace here. So I feel like whatever's going on for you right now, especially if things are slowing down, that this should really be your priority, is getting organized and, getting your house in order, so to speak, and finding time to integrate any new experiences you've had. 9th house is Sagittarius energy, and 9th house has to do with long distance travel, with higher ed. So as I mentioned, that the 3rd house has to do with more superficial or practical thinking. This has more to do with deep thinking, religion, philosophy, deeper modes of thought. And also, like if you're in university right now and studying, this could apply to you as well. And wow, we've got the Empress with the winged disc. So Empress, again, opportunities coming in for somebody. And with the winged disc, this looks like a chance for great success. So this is either related to so for example, if you're going for a degree, this could be a promise that the seeds you're planting now are going to give you great success. If you are looking for a job in a university or work in a university, this could definitely also be a very good omen for you. Could also be encouraging you to plant seeds by going back to school, or by, for some of you, it could be getting involved with a religious or traditional institution of some kind, whether it be academic or spiritual. So there's strong encouragement here of growth that can come from that, and clarity. For some of you, this will also pertain to a long journey. So if you are traveling somewhere, or the travel is in the offing, this could indicate a very successful trip that may yield some good results. So, or some of you may be traveling to see mom, because the Empress is also strong mom energy. That's very specific for potentially for somebody. So, so those are the aspects of that house. 10th house is Capricorn, and Capricorn is your fame, career, reputation, potentially father energy. Now you've got Seth here, so I think you may be feeling in either your career or some endeavor that you want to be recognized for. I think it seems like you feel blocked, like you're finding obstacles to moving ahead. But Sphinx is telling you to wait and see. There's maybe some hidden factors going on right now. And I feel like Sphinx is saying, this may be something that you want to wait out and don't want to rush on. We have it with the 3 of Wind, which is the 3 of Swords. So this is a card of separation. Some people may have just recently left a job. That could be what that's about. Or they walked away from something. Maybe either you walked away, or maybe some cases, some people could have been let go. But there's this sense of separation and the grief that comes along with that separation. And trying to, and the obstacles that one faces when they have been separated. It also could be a situation where perhaps you've been wanting to be recognized or wanting to get your talents out there. Maybe you felt quite isolated, because you notice this is the card of recognition in the bottom. So, yeah, this often indicates that we are not feeling recognized. But Sphinx can also, just mean hanging out in the background a little bit. But not to worry, I do feel like this is saying, be patient, because I'm seeing this a lot for people. I know this is a time with the Merc retrograde coming up for everybody to slow down, but I feel like it's like new opportunities are around the corner for a lot of people. Now, the Sphinx card, we have 21 up here, so 2 + 1 is 3, and this is a 3 on the card. So for some of you, I feel like this is going to be resolved in 3 weeks to 3 months, whatever this is. Okay. Okay. Now we're in the 11th house. This is Aquarius energy, and this has to do with your friendships. It has to do with your goals, your ambitions, your social networks. And this is great because you have Osiris with the sun, double fire here, because Osiris is connected very much to Sagittarius energy as well, and sometimes Aries. And the sun, of course, is very strong Leo energy again. So to me, this is shining a huge light on your your hopes and wishes and your goals, and also your friendship sector. So I feel like you're in a position where you're getting a lot of support right now from people, maybe from friends, maybe from other people in social networks that you belong to. Or perhaps this is going to be an area where you are going to gain clarity about something, okay? And Osiris has to do with, creating a strong foundation, being able to trust your judgment, being able to act as a leader. And of course, with this Leo energy, there's definitely the sense of taking the initiative on something. If there is a situation with people you want to meet, or with a new friendship or something, this is definitely saying, like, get yourself out there. Be seen, because for whatever reason, this is not, there's been a lot of kind of hiding out, and we're kind of seeing in certain places, and this is saying, no, this is a good time to shine and to get out there, because I do feel like you are going to have a lot of support from your network in moving towards your goals. It also could be, if it doesn't have specifically to do with friends, you could be getting a lot of clarity about a particular goal or wish. And with this number 1, again, I don't know. Truthfully, it could be 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Could be any of those things, depending on how extensive and broad-ranging what you're looking at. 1 month is generally kind of what I feel for somebody, but again, take it as it resonates. Okay, 12th house is Pisces energy, and this is what we keep hidden. This is what's in our imagination, potentially what we're afraid of. All of this stuff that's kind of hidden away in the 12th house. These people who like to work alone have a lot of planets in the 12th house. We have the Hermit with Urias. I think you may be worried that there's going to be some kind of surprises, that the other shoe is going to drop, so to speak. And with the Hermit, again, there seems to be this fear of isolation or being cut off. I mean, seeing this with the 3 of Wind here, there may be a sense that you are feeling like you are isolated from a particular situation. But I think Urias says no to that. Urias says things are not as bad. It's really a feeling of things are not as bad as you think. Whenever I see Urias, it seems to be a situation where someone's like, oh my gosh, this bad thing happened. And I don't know, this may not come out well. And then I'll do the reading and I'll get Urias, and Urias is going, not quite what it appears to be. So whatever it is that you may be in doubt about, or fearing, or maybe worrying, you're thinking the worst about maybe what someone thinks about you, or about a job situation, or about your options or opportunities. This is saying, I think you need to reflect a little more deeply on things. First of all, Hermit would have to do with focusing on what it is that you actually want. And when I see Urias here, it means like, things are not, definitely, you can't go by external appearances for a lot of things. Now, again, the Hermit is number 9, Urias is 1 plus 8, this is card 18, that adds up to 9. So for some of you, 9 weeks comes into my mind to resolve a particular thing. I'm seeing like between 9 weeks, 3 months. I don't know. There's just some stuff going on that I feel like is going to be resolved, certainly as we're getting towards spring. Overall, you have Thoth. So there's a lot here that divine timing is of the essence here. So I feel like if there's stuff where you feel like things aren't moving, or that you need clarity, or that you're stuck, everything's going to come into place when it's supposed to. And I ended up pulling 2 cards from the tarot. There was Sister Wind, which is just have to think for a minute. Because it's not Mother Wind, it's Sister Wind. So Sister Wind is actually the Page of Swords, and then we have the 7 of Water. So there's definitely a sense here of you feel like there may be people lurking in the background. When the Sister Wind card comes up, sometimes it means, oh, maybe I feel like somebody's gossiping about me or saying something, or like I just don't have enough information. And 7 of Water indicates feeling like you have too many choices right now and nothing maybe seems real, or maybe everything seems like a delusion. So definitely focus on getting your feet on the ground, get other people's stuff out of your energy, and focus on yourself, your own needs. That's definitely very strong here right now, and get clear about what it is where you want to go. But also there is a sense that there is somebody in your friend group, possibly a fire sign person, but just take it out as it resonates. Doesn't have to be. But there definitely seems like there's some clarity that's going to be coming in from somebody. But if you have people who are dependent on you right now, you might want to, you make sure that you're prioritizing yourself. Okay, our Essential Oil Oracle card, we have Peppermint, and I will read this to you. The keyword is inspire. The trigger statement is I am stuck. The true statement is I am filled with possibility. Allow yourself to float up above any thoughts or emotions, and see what is needed for you to process them and move forward. Okay, so yeah, there may be a lot of, definitely with this, I definitely see being mentally stuck in a lot of ways, but I think you have more options than you think, and more of them maybe actually be viable. You just need some more information. Thanks so much for listening this week. I hope this reading was helpful. Please do like, comment, subscribe. All of that is helpful to me as you choose, and I hope you have a wonderful week. See you next week.